Run to Troy. The cast of characters can be found at the end of the play, with suggestions for doubling characters if needed. The stage has large, well-upstaged, which is the Wall of Troy. It can even be a small wall so the actors' heads can look over it. The land and shore outside Troy is in the left part of the stage. The ocean is off stage in the audience. Before the play, an actor can warm up to the audience by having them pretend to be an ocean, and Paris and Hell can sail through them. Poseidon can complete control of the ocean audience. They could even do battle with some Spartan Greeks before the play, as Paris and Helen flee the audience, the Spartan side. Athenian says, "This is the audience cheers." Spartan Helen leads the other side in the cheer. Helen says, "Goo," and the audience yells, "Troy." You should practice this at the start of the play. The final Trojan cheer goes to Paris and Helen as they successfully make their way to the left side of the stage from the ocean. Paris, wow. If you like totally ditched, then those Greeks eat our waves, dudes. Helen, you were like so totally brave. Paris, I know. And you're like so pretty. Helen, I know. You're really a prince. Paris, prince of the greatest city ever, Troy. Music and play as the lights come up on the walls of Troy. The walls appear like they are made of gold. Use glitter. Helen, it's pretty. Paris, not as pretty as you. Helen, I know. Aren't you walls like totally tall? Paris, the tallest and the strongest. They say Poseidon himself helped build them. Helen, no way. Paris, way. Helen, cool. Paris, want to see inside? Helen, do I ever? Cassandra rushes out and stops them. Cassandra, beware. Helen, who's that? Paris, my sister. Cassandra, what's wrong? Somebody's going to kidnap a puppy again. Cassandra, don't bring Helen inside Paris. She will only bring doom to our city. Doom. Paris, oh come on, Cassandra. Get out of the way. Cassandra, doom. Paris pushes Cassandra out of the way and they go inside the wall. Helen, freak. Cassandra stomps her foot and gets all pouty. Apollo appears down left and watches her. Cassandra, now comes nobody ever listens to me. Apollo is giggling now. Cassandra continues. Apollo, is that you? Get over here. Cassandra runs up and grabs the giggling Apollo, then starts hitting him and he stops laughing. Apollo, what's with you? Cassandra, I thought you gave me the power to see the future. Apollo, I did. Didn't you predict where that puppy would be found? Cassandra, but nobody listened to me. Apollo giggles again. Cassandra continues, and now I see the walls of Troy falling down, and no one will listen to me about that either. Apollo, didn't you read the fine print of your wish? Cassandra, fine print. What fine print? Apollo pulls a piece of paper from his pocket. It's notebook paper with doodles. Cassandra continues, I can't read this. It's a bunch of drawings. It's all Greek to me. Apollo, didn't you read the fine print of your wish? Cassandra, fine print? What fine print? Apollo pulls a piece of paper from his pocket. It's notebook paper with doodles. Cassandra continues, I can't read this. It's a bunch of drawings. It's all Greek to me. Apollo, look here, underneath the unicorn dancing on the rainbow, it says that you'll be able to see the future and no one will listen to you. Cassandra, how could you do this to me? Apollo, because it's funny. Cassandra, you gods think you're so smart. Well, I know what happens to you. Apollo, you do? Oh, you do what? Cassandra, I'm not telling, Apollo. Oh, come on, Cassandra. No, Apollo, please, Cassandra. You see, never, Apollo. Cassandra goes back inside Troy. Apollo mocks her. Apollo, you gods think you're so smart. I'll show you. She won't think it's smart when you have a war. Apollo pulls out a cell phone. Zeus appears in the audience. He can have a funny ringtone. Zeus here. Talk to me, baby. Apollo, so what are you doing, Zeus? Nothing, you. Apollo, want to play war? Zeus, sure, why not? Why, who are you with? Apollo, Troy, Zeus, really, I don't know. I promised them protection, Apollo. Promise? I thought you were all powerful one. You don't have to make promises. I guess I'm calling the wrong guy. Maybe I should call Athena. Zeus, wait 1 minute. Thunder and lightning. Lights go up and down. Apollo smiles. Zeus comes up on the stage. Maybe he can be helped by the slaves or clowns. Apollo, yes. Zeus, well, you know I have a special place in my heart of Troy. I mean, they have my boy on their side. Apollo, your boy? How many boys do you have? There's Axis, Ajax, Achilles, Hercules, Zeus. Not at my actual boys. I mean, Hector is a true hero. Apollo, I know. That's why I picked Troy. Zeus and Apollo leads Trojan side of the audience in a cheer. Zeus and Apollo, goo. Troy, Zeus. So let's call Athena. She'll take your challenge. Zeus, call on his cell phone. Athena is in the back of the audience picking a fight with an usher. Athena, I don't need a ticket, you jerk. I'm in a play. Athena's phone rings. Her ringtone is something like The Warrior by Scandal or the rock theme. Stage lights dim a little. Stoplight shows on Athena if possible. Athena continue. What? Zeus? Well, Athena, how are you doing today? Horrible. Not one fight or battle. It's almost dinner. Zeus, I've got good news. Apollo wants to play war. Athena, sign me up. Athena walks up to the stage and hops up. Athena continues. Which side did you pick, Apollo? Dramatic music. Lights come up on Troy. Apollo, Troy. Zeus gets audience to cheer. Zeus. Goo. Audience, Troy. Athena. Fine, we'll play war, but I'll get to pick anyone I want, right? Apollo. Troy. Zeus gets audience to cheer. Zeus. Goo. Audience, Troy. Athena. Fine, we'll pick war, but I'll get to pick anyone I want, right? Apollo. Sure. Athena. Then I'll pick Sparta. Athena gets Sparta's side of audience to cheer. Athena, that is audience. Sparta, Apollo. I thought you might, Athena. What's supposed to mean? Apollo, she has a thing for Ajax. Athena, I do not. Apollo, Hector's gonna clean the floor with him. Athena, in your dreams. Apollo, too bad about Achilles though. What about Achilles? His mommy won't let him come out and play. Athena. What? Zeus. He's always been such a mama's boy. Apollo. She did do him a great favor by dipping him in the river Styx and making him nearly immortal. Zeus. They should call in the river Styx. It is really worth being immortal to smell like that. Athena. He's one of those guys you admire from a distance. Apollo. So you're ready for battle? Athena. What? He's always been such a mama's boy. She did do a great favor by dipping him in the river Styx and making him nearly immortal. They should call it the river Styx. It is really worth being immortal to smell like that. He's one of those guys you admire from a distance. Apollo, you're ready for battle. Athena, wait. You have Zeus. I want some backup. Fine. But what are you going to stand up, Zeus? I'm the kind of gods. I'm the king of gods, baby. Let me think. Who isn't afraid of the king of gods? Maybe his wife. Zeus, you wouldn't. Here, Rodham Clinton. Hera storms onto stage looking and sounding a bit like Xena and the warrior princess. Athena, that is, audience. Sparta, Zeus. Oh, I gotta go. Apollo, Zeus. Oh, just got a text message, really urgent. Somebody needs a thunderstorm. Bye. Zeus texts, Hera and Athena, do a warrior, bear hug, and secret handshake. Athena, how are you? Here, how's my good-for-nothing husband run off to? Off to release more thunder. Hera, he really needs to cut back on the beans. They laugh. Poseidon emerges from the audience. Poseidon, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Apollo, all hail, the king of the sea. Poseidon, come to join my side. O builder of the walls of Troy. Poseidon, hardly. Apollo, why not? Poseidon, I never got paid for building those walls. Athena, of course not. You know what he wanted. Poseidon, I only wanted all the first-born children of Troy cast in the ocean every New Year's Day. Is that too much to ask? Hera, let me think. Oh, yes. Poseidon. So you, until I get paid, I'm not fighting for Troy. Athena, what are you even doing here? Just here to be a wet blanket. Hera, oh, that's funny. Ocean god, wet blanket, cute. Apollo, please don't explain the jokes. It really makes them less funny that way. Poseidon, I'm here because I'm worried that the audience, my ocean here, is a little confused. We're introducing a lot of characters here, and they're about to have a war, but before we can begin, I thought it might be nice to have a little backstory. Let's bring out Homer and the Homerettes to tell us the story of Paris and Helen. Thank you.